going on? It's Critical Mess. It's episode 60. Show where we talk about movies that critics and audiences do not agree on. Like tonight's film, The Matrix Revolutions. Was that the right one?
Revolutions.
Revolutions. Okay, good.
Whoa.
Not resolutions or resignations or...
Reinvention or
Okay.
Reconciliations.
Resurrections.
retaliation.
Yes.
Reloaded.
Reloaded.
I'm Nick. I'm here with Grizz. I'm here with Ben. Ben. I'm with Ben. Ben.
Wow.
Sorry, Ben just popped into my mind. Ben is here. We love Ben. He's our producer.
Hey, Ben.
Hey, what's
Brian
up,
MC
guys?
Cullen is here. We're all here. Say hello, gents.
What's up, gang?
Hey, Brian MC Cullen here. Starting today, I'm never watching another movie trailer for the rest of my life.
What?
You heard it here first.
Oh, wow.
I
Okay.
I
heard it here first.
I do feel you on that, though. I kind of hate trailers now.
Never
too.
again.
I hate love.
Never again.
All right, icebreaker. All right, this is a fun one. So we're talking about The Matrix, right? Or one of the Matrix films. So what's a fun visual interpretation of the internet? Or something with cyberspace or hacking or virtual reality in a movie that you just really like? 90s movies did this a lot. Some 80s movies, early aughts movies. What's one you like?
I think a lot of those early or late 90s or late 80s, early 90s movies that I can think of, none of them can touch the recency of Tron Legacy for me. Something about that movie visually just blew me away. I think it's still today. It's great. I mean, it's almost 15 years old, I think, now. What you got, Ryan?
Me next. Hey, why am I not wearing sunglasses? Why do you guys both not?
Grizz has glasses.
What the hell?
I didn't even notice.
Didn't even notice.
Not even paying any
It's a
attention
Matrix.
here.
I don't
No
know.
zone.
We got to wear sunnies.
I don't know
for
where the
Matrix
hell
movie.
anyone's looking.
Come on,
but
man.
everyone knows where I'm looking.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go. But there's just nothing better than Boris and Natalia just hacking into that GoldenEye satellite in GoldenEye. I think that.
Okay.
It's not. I mean, it is the internet, but it's an older version of it. And the passwords and the riddles and the hacking, just really gets me.
Brian, I watched this video today that was like 17 facts you didn't know about GoldenEye. I have got to send it to you.
Oh, please.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Hit me up.
All right. Okay, guys. There's a lot of great options here, but I'm gonna go with one kind of a dark horse here. A movie that I think is actually a really, really underrated, and excellent movie that has some of this kind of element of sort of internet, cyberspace, VR type thing going on, and that is Minority Report.
I just watched that.
Ooh.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Good call.
Showed it to my
Yeah.
son for the first time, and he had no idea what was happening from the beginning to end.
The huge touch screens.
Well, he's young, to be fair. I mean, it's a kind of a complicated movie.
He's seen some complicated stuff, and he had no
Really?
idea.
That was just not.
I think
not
it's
clicking.
don't show your kids Minority Report; they'll be bored.
Yeah, interesting. Well, I think
It's a great movie, though.
A great movie.
Phenomenal movie.
Phenomenal movie. Grizz, special social media announcement.
It
I bequeathed it. I bequeathed it back to you.
We're done with that
bequeathed it back to you.
We're done
You
with
can
that joke.
find anything and everything about our podcast at criticalmesspodcast.com. It's got it all. Links to YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can find us everywhere. Go there.
All right, so we always ask, you might want to watch the movie first,
Much.
or you might watch it too.
Watch it.
Ooh,
Watch it up
watch it.
good.
Might
Like
watch-
watching me.
Told you guys, this took a long nap today. It's take me a little time to wake up here. Okay, watch the movie first. Subscribe to our channel. That would be so cool. Please, one subscription. Just one subscription. It's a momentous occasion for us. We like buy a cake when that happens.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
You know how
for us.
some people release videos where, like, when they hit 100K special or whatever, we release a video every subscriber about that's our special. It's a special tier.
That's right. Yeah, it's just sad, but it's okay.
Balloons, cake,
All right.
everything.
In the
Confetti.
spirit of just killing old traditions tonight, no one cares about my socks anymore. I was wearing normal stupid socks, but I have on these super cool Michael Chang Reebok pump tennis court editions.
Those are beautiful.
So,
They're
thank
really
you.
cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Killer.
These are some of my very favorites. So I'm glad you all appreciate that. All right, we're going to spoil this movie. Came out in 2003. It should be all right. This is a sci-fi action thriller. And it's called The Matrix Revolutions.
Do you know what happened to Neo?
He is trapped in a place between this world and the machine world.
Bring me the eyes of the Oracle, and I will give you back your savior.
Mr. Anderson,
Who are you? Look past the flesh and see your enemy. You've never believed in the one.
I still don't. I believe in him.
the dock is breached!
Here they come. Neo is doing what he believes he must do.
If you tell me we'll make it, I'll believe you.
We'll make it. We have to. I don't know what he can do to save us, but I do know that as long as there is a single breath in his body, he will not give up, and neither can we.
All right, guys, let's talk the numbers. This one did okay. It cost somewhere between 110 million and 150 million to make. That's kind of a big disparity, but that's $40 million dollar. But that's what I found. So my 2 seconds of research. So, anyways, Lord knows how much this cost to market. Probably a lot. I remember when this came out, this was kind of out everywhere.
Well, it was the biggest ever wide release in history. Simultaneous release. They released it in 108 countries and territories at the exact same time.
Holy moly.
Like it in the exact same minute. So it was like the first, it was unprecedented. So.
Well, all that trouble pulled in about close to 430. So probably okay. Probably made maybe a few bucks. It's tough to say.
That seems wild to me. That didn't go crazy for a third finale, end of the saga.
I think it had a low cinema score, which is word of mouth, which is legs, and I think that
2003.
The second one did a lot better than the third one. So I think that they were expecting a lot more.
Also, this was like the peak of stealing movies, like
interesting point.
I may or may not have.
LimeWire, Bear Share, all of them.
That's true.
Or
I would
Napster were all hitting highs.
Yeah, I wonder if that you can see the actual dip financially during that time frame.
I'm skeptical.
Yeah.
All right, this one's directed by the Wachowskis, Lana and Lily. We all know them. They've written, directed, produced lots of things for both film and TV. Big films of theirs include all 4 of the Matrix films. Assassins. Anybody see Assassins with Banderas and Stallone? It's their first movie. It's got a kind of a couple of big problems, but it's actually kind of a good action movie. It's not bad. It's fun. V for Vendetta. That was a big hit.
I don't know if they directed that. I think they just like executive produced it, but I think they were behind it.
V for Vendetta.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you're right about that.
I could be wrong, but
probably
fact check us on that.
I got you.
That'll be in our next retractions.
I did definitely heavily involved in it. So spiritually, yes, same difference.
Speed Racer.
Mm-hmm.
The Invasion. Cloud Atlas.
Oh, Cloud Atlas.
Cloud
Remember
Atlas.
that? Oof.
Yeah. Sorry, and I guess this is with the caveat that like this is all. It could be. I think this is direction, but this is all. They were involved with all these films, at least producing or writing or directing. Jupiter Ascending.
Yep. I think they directed all the ones you just said, except for maybe B. But
okay.
V for Vendetta, not directed by them, but they did write it and produce it.
right.
Oh, wow.
There you
Same
go.
difference. Yeah, might as
Got
well.
it. Okay.
You forgot my favorite, other than The Matrix, my favorite Wachowski siblings movie.
What?
Bound.
Oh, sorry.
Bound's
yeah.
amazing.
that?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
It was the
that
movie
is-
they made in order to get the green light for the budget to do The Matrix. And if
Oh.
you watch it, it has a
Yeah.
lot of really similar visual storytelling.
Interesting.
It's got Joey Pantoliano and it's a hard R
So they had a
erotic thriller.
cast in there. Okay.
Yeah, there was it was Jennifer Tilly and
Wow.
Gina Gershon, maybe. I could be wrong
I've never
on those,
seen
but
it,
it's
but I've heard it's good.
It's a damn good movie. It's like a mystery film noir erotic thriller. So
So the Wachowskis, they were the Matrix movies were pretty much big hits. V for Vendetta, big hit. Their last 5, haven't really done all that well. So they're due. They're due for something big soon. So who is in this one we're talking about tonight, Matrix Revolutions? Well, you've got Grizz's best bud.
Best friends.
Who's my best bud?
Grizz, well, tell us
you
about
met
him.
this guy.
Oh,
You
well,
met him in real
I forgot I
life.
met him.
Hey, did I tell
I'm
you I
so
met
jealous.
I
On
met
speed
a
dial?
cast member from The Matrix. He was a small part in The Matrix, but I did meet Keanu Reeves a couple weeks ago at the Indy 500.
I've seen the pictures to
Got
prove
to
it.
sit and chat with him for a little bit. He was so sweet and he was so appreciative, and just like the few minutes we had to chat with him, and it was awesome.
What a legend.
It was nothing will beat like him shaking my hand before he walked away, and I just said like, thanks, have a great time in Indy, and like him throwing his hand to his heart and just looking with his little puppy dog eyes. Oh, it's the best.
He's so handsome.
He is. He's just so cute. Yeah, it was awesome.
You met the guy from The Devil's Advocate.
And Speed.
Yeah,
and Speed.
Hey,
And Speed too.
And Speed
that
too.
Speed is
Wait.
one of his best. Speed is one of his absolute best. So is Devil's Advocate. He's really good in that too.
Honestly, do you guys just want to talk about how cool he is for the next
That's
hour?
what we're doing.
Yeah,
Join
I mean,
in.
kind of.
Yeah, like he does just seem so. I mean, I'm trying to just even think what I'd even say to him. I'd just be like, just stay cool, man. Just
I know,
stay
like,
cool.
Yeah.
Just don't let me interfere.
No.
With you.
Just
You keep doing what you
What would
need
you
to
have said?
do.
What would you have said? I
I
mean,
don't
we talked
think-
about everything and nothing.
I have a thing in my
the
life
20
where
minutes
if
we're there.
if I ever see a famous person, I do not interact with them because literally they spend their entire life having people try to interact with them, and it's got to be so fucking like annoying by now. So like, who am I to think that I'm going to get some FaceTime with them? So
well,
maybe that says more about my self-worth, but I don't fuck with famous people.
I've always thought the same thing until that 500 for some reason, and I just met and talked to everyone I saw for some odd reason. It was great.
That's great. I mean, you're a better man than I wish I would have.
I would have never have done that on another day.
Well, but let's not. We'd be remiss if we didn't also point out that Brian has met and knows closely Sensei Seagal.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, best friends.
Yeah, I've got his pager number.
His sensei.
So
bow to your sensei.
No, I've met him. I've met the guy. Yeah, he's actually he was intimidating 25 years ago when I met him.
Was he like pretty fat then, or not quite yet?
He was probably like 6'4", 210.
Was he bulking up for a role?
Okay, so he wasn't.
He was like
quite.
executive decision size.
Because now he fights from the chair.
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched Under Siege the other day, and
it's pretty fun.
it is a fun movie.
Hey,
Pretty fun.
by the director of The Fugitive.
Yeah,
my boy Andrew Davis. He's a great director.
Okay, Keanu, we covered him. Carrie-Anne Moss, she's great. Lawrence Fishburne, Hugo Weaving, the kind of underappreciated Hugo Weaving. I feel like he's just a solid actor. Jada Pinkett-Smith, that's basically the star power we have here in this film.
Mm-hmm.
All right, quick refresher about our criteria for the movies we talk about. So movies got to be fresh with audiences and rotten with critics, or vice versa on Rotten Tomatoes, and the disparity needs to be 20% or so. So on Rotten Tomatoes, The Matrix Revolutions, 33 with the critics, 33. And just barely hanging on with the popcorn people at a 60, a clean 60. The threshold for freshness.
Threshold for freshness.
This is also the name of my autobiography.
It's the threshold. The threshold.
All right.
And at 20% with top critics. So a 20-60. Ooh, that's a 40-point disparity. That's pretty big.
All right. So decent gap on this one. Let's get into it. All right, this is Critical Mess. Critical Mess. We've got sponsors. We have got some sponsors. We're sponsored by Onkyo. I came up with the new tagline for Onkyo.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
Let's
workshop it.
We'll see if they.
Yeah, we'll help. Yeah, we'll work on it.
Let's run it through the ringer.
Yeah.
We'll beat it up a little bit.
Yep.
Sure.
And then we'll work on it, and then we'll get it back to you.
Let's kick
You're
the tires
watching
on
the
it.
marketing process in action right now.
That's right. It's nice. It's simple. It's clean. This is 3.
I thought that was
I
it.
thought that was it.
I was like, okay,
That's pretty good, actually.
Perfect. That's pretty good.
No, there's 3 periods here. Ready?
Mhm.
Experience, real, sound.
Oh my God, that's a classic
Got
like
chills. Look at my-
that's a classic early aughts tech slogan. I love it. I'm all
And
in
it's
on
probably
that.
been used 1,000 times. I haven't cross-referenced.
Not
like
in
I
that
saw it.
specific order. Come on.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
maybe
I love it.
Probably.
real sound experience.
You know
You
what's
can
cool?
play with it.
You can also
Sound.
do all the different combinations. You can do the first 2, the last 2, or the outer 2, and it all works.
Yeah, it does. We
Yeah.
just absolutely it's a great brand,
Yeah.
but
course.
you can always make a great brand better.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but everything sounds better with Onkyo. We know that.
Yep.
Look at these things. Okay, we're also sponsored by Old Elk, Ambrosial as always.
Mm-hmm.
We just kind of stopped trying on this one. but
They quit trying to pay us.
yeah,
Cheers.
yeah. But we still drink it. We're gonna drink a little bit of it here. I'm going to. This is great audio.
Mm-hmm.
You can cut this, Ben.
So while they drink, I'll tell you guys a story.
You know what? What a great cue you have there, Ben. Is this gonna go on for a little while?
Yeah, 2.5 minutes.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Now on to our most important sponsor. Also on Paramount Plus starting this fall, The Ambrosialist. It's a primetime banger of a show. It stars Zachary Quinto, Ted Danson. Episodes written and directed by Anna Kendrick, often featuring a super special guest, the preeminent voice of McDonald's, Mr. Brian. It's a good day for the Crows, Cox. So what's the teaser for this week's episode? You guys ready?
What
Here
is
it
it?
is. On this week's Ambrosialist, 9/8.
Oh, come on. Don't break immersion.
Come on,
Go.
man.
Do this. Do it.
guys.
Damn it.
If you're going to fucking do it, fucking do it.
Ready, guys?
Yeah, you got it.
The music's killing me, though.
It's your idea.
You wanted this.
It's your idea.
All right. On this week's The Ambrosialist, 9/8 Central, this Fox on NBC. On this
Oh no.
We lost him.
We're falling apart.
Jimmy Pump.
I got it, guys. We're ready. Ready? We're doing it live.
We'll do it live.
Okay. All right. 9/8 Central, this fall on NBC. A high-stakes whiskey diplomacy summit in Geneva goes horribly awry.
Ooh.
Zachary Quinto.
Good stinger there.
Zachary Quinto returns as the Ambrosialist, the connoisseur of connoisseurs, tasked with diffusing a rapidly escalating whiskey tariff standoff between Liechtenstein and Greater Europe.
Oh, shit.
But when he accidentally pours a double malt while claiming it was a single for the King of Liechtenstein, he commits a faux pas so grave, so unforgivable, it sends the king into a full-blown diplomatic meltdown. Now branded a dangerous war criminal, the Ambrosialist must flee on skis through the Alps. Pursued by an elite underground unit of ex-master distillers turned mercenaries, they call themselves the Decanters.
Hell yeah.
Known only by their code names, Petey, Sherry, and Smokey, they've waited decades to hunt.
What about Kasky?
Well, Kasky's coming in a later episode. What do they want? Revenge? Redemption? Or just the Ambrosialist's ancient magic whiskey? A whiskey so uncut, so unfiltered, it might just make their next pour their last.
I don't have like a flourish.
We'll
at the
edit it.
end.
We'll edit it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, great. There it is. All right, so that's what's happening on this week's episode of The Ambrosialist. Also, a reminder to watch Teddy Danson, his origin story on Paramount Plus. It's about a Boston bar where he plays a former baseball player named Sam. Pretty good, too. All right. Woo!
Good job, man. I
Yeah,
mean, you know,
thanks.
you,
That was great.
you brought it.
Yeah, thanks. I told you guys. I did some prep for tonight's episode. All right, we're gonna rate this film, The Matrix. I already forget what it's called. Resolutions,
Revolutions.
Resurrections, Revolutions, Matrix Revolutions. Who wants to start? Should I? I'll start. Fuck it.
Go for it.
What do we got here? I'm at a 40 on this one. -5 from Reagan. -5. -5.
Okay.
Wow.
From Reagan. I expect it to be lower, honestly. Maybe a fair bit lower. But honestly, this movie isn't a total disaster. I'll say like what really I think kind of sucks about this movie is the start sucks. The first 15 minutes are pretty boring. And that's usually a really bad sign for a movie for me. But it does pick up a little bit. It just feels a lot less, this is a word I've coined, matrixy than the other movies in the series. I have, granted, not seen the most recent one. But mostly that I think is for the worse. But the main actors are still pretty good. There's still some good action to be had, I think. But it's mostly pretty, as the kids would say, a bit mid for me.
Chris?
Am you next?
Yeah, I'm gonna go next. Yeah. I don't know. I remember this getting shit on live while I saw it in theaters, but everybody still had a great time. So it's hard for me to give it a crazy low score. So I'm going 63
Ooh, cool Matrix
with
code.
the Matrix code. You know, really.
Nice.
Thanks.
I like that.
Very cool.
Yeah, something about this movie. I mean, it still had a lot. I really loved Reloaded, the second one. And I think you were talking about this last week, and I think they go in order from Matrix 1, 2, 3. It's like an 80, a 70, and a 60 for me. Like from Matrix 1 to 2 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, but 2 is still like my favorite. I love the world building. So 3 had a lot of that, but it just spoon fed you a lot more of the symbolism, the stuff that you saw in the first and second. So it's a little harder for me to watch on rewatch, especially with this dialogue. So we'll get into it.
Yeah,
Brian, can I say before you start?
Uh-huh.
I think you've been playing your cards real close on this one. I don't know
Really?
where you're going to go with this. I truly don't. There's like a 67 point range of where you could fall.
yeah. I wonder.
Here's
I wonder
for
what
me.
you guys think.
Did you just see me at 63?
Should we all
and just knew
Should
it?
we all guess what we think?
Yeah. Should we
Let's
see?
do that.
My guess,
Let's do
I'm
that.
embarrassed because I feel so, I don't know.
Should we see who gets closest? I love it.
I've
I love
already
that I felt-
seen it, so
yeah.
I'm eliminating myself. But
Oh,
I'm
Oh,
I've
you already
seen it.
saw it.
yeah,
How'd you see
but
it?
I want to hear what
And
you
it's
guys
kind of
think.
also not fair because I talked to you about it briefly yesterday.
Yeah, you
I
talked
think,
about it a
so
little bit.
you know what range to be. So really, you're the
Okay.
only one that has no idea. So
Yeah.
you don't have to be put on the
I got
spot.
like a 10 to 20 point range.
Well, what you got? What you got for us?
Well, I will say this: watching it twice over the weekend and really kind of sitting with it, my opinion of it's gone up since 20 years ago when I first watched it. I think my expectations were so high then. I kind of had some prescriptive criteria back then. I think it's like I wanted there to be things in it that weren't in it, and now if I just take it as a movie for what it is and stop going, I want this to be in it, I want that to be in it, I want this to be in it, just go along for the ride. It was better than I remembered it. Unfortunately, it suffers from third act in a trilogy. So, often that's kind of the weakest. Third act to me is always the least intriguing part of a movie. And I think that hurts it. But I think where it sort of lacks the world building that the first two have, I think it really makes up for in the VFX. I think the VFX are outstanding and very immersive, especially the dock fight. So surprisingly, not as good as the first two, but that's a very high bar. Whoa. I'm going to go 71 on Matrix Revolutions. And just to kind of give you context for me, Matrix is in my top 5 of all time. It's my third favorite movie of all time. I would...
On a 100 scale, where would you put it?
100.
100. Okay. All right.
Matrix Reloaded would probably be 88, 87, 86 maybe. So 71 here. And then the trash that came out a couple years ago on HBO Max would be like 8.
I fell asleep in the theater on that.
I mean,
just
complete cash grabs schlock. So there you go. Nick, are you surprised?
Not shocked. I was going to guess on the higher end if I had to guess, but I wasn't going to be super surprised if you gave it like a 39 or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My score definitely moved around a lot over the last about 4 days, but I feel like I settled on the right place.
All right. Well, this is Critical Mess. We got a little bit of a mess here tonight, a little bit of a disparity in our own scores here. Critics and audiences not agreeing on this one, on the old Rotten Tomatoes. Let's talk about it. Brian, the critic of the critics, what do you got to say?
The critics just lambasted this with a couple of interesting exceptions that we'll get into, but the consensus on Rotten Tomatoes says a disappointing conclusion to the Matrix trilogy as characters and ideas take a back seat to the special effects. I think I agree with characters taking a back seat, but not ideas. And we'll get into the very specific idea that it is very unique to the third movie that zags away from what the first two movies are setting up. So it's a kind of an interesting thought. We'll get into that. But we'll see. What does Mike Massey think? His publication is Gone with the Twins. I don't know even what that.
The twins from
Reloaded.
So that's his publication, is named after the Matrix.
So this is definitely not biased.
This isn't biased at all. Yeah.
So, but hey, he's a top critic on Rotten Tomatoes. So top critics, there's a you gotta trust him. So he says, just as much as the last entry was a piece of a story, this one is a fragment, telling so little of the yarn that it's the least complex and most inessential of the series, save for the fact that it finally wraps up character loose ends. So, question, how was the world building compared to the first two?
You kind of lost me at yarn. I hate when people use yarn like that.
So he says basically, there's not much world building that happens. It's like a fragment of a story.
No, not a good take.
Yeah.
I think there's actually some decent world building, especially with the sort of the human.
Yeah,
the real world.
Yeah, I think a lot of what's funny, the critic or the audience scores a lot talked about how it wasn't in the Matrix enough, and I think it was cooler because they showed the real
that's
world.
That's where a lot more of the fun stuff. At least to some of us, think that's a little bit more of a fun thing. But no, I don't think it's a great take.
I think it was heavy-handed how they explained a lot of things.
This is the guy whose website is named after the Matrix.
his publication is listed Gone with the Twins. So I don't know.
Gone with the Twins.
I don't know why. I'm just writes them like I sees them. Okay. David Anson, Newsweek. The original Matrix was full of dizzying surprises, but it's turned out that the Wachowskis didn't have many more tricks up their sleeves. Did you think they had this part of the story in mind when they did the first one?
I don't know. I think they did because 2 and 3 were filmed back to back. I don't know how much more shooting they did to edit this.
No.
From the very beginning,
from when they wrote and did the very first Matrix. Do you think that they had 2 and 3?
No
in
chance.
mind?
No chance. No.
And definitely not 4.
Oh God,
like,
no. Yeah,
like
that's-
they had no idea.
I don't
they were
think-
gonna
What
do
is
four.
this movie, guys?
Honestly,
is it
I-
like,
honestly,
is it like,
oh, it's
bad.
garbage trash.
one of the worst.
Can we just not
is it
muddle
really-
the
is this like
conversation with
Madam Web level?
No,
No,
Still
it's
not
just,
bad-
It's
that
just
bad.
it's irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant.
Okay.
It's irrelevant to the conversation.
Yeah.
it's like trying to do fan service in a bad way.
Yeah, using over meta
Yeah, try to make it super.
metification of.
I
how
think there's
you-
already so much to talk about in this trilogy that it only complicates and muddies the waters if we even get into it. I mean, obviously,
Right.
like if there's something that's poignant that we should, but it's just like I'm not considering that for any context with what we're.
But
talking
back
about.
to your point, I mean, what were there 3 years between the first and the second and third? So second and third were filmed back to back. So there wasn't a ton of time for them to think through. I mean, I think they did a really good job. Like we were talking about the other night. Like this is an incredible trilogy. I think it's really well thought through. Like they have the beats all the way. Each character, I think they went a little too many characters in this third film compared to 1 and 2. But I don't know. This is the realm of early 2000s films. More, bigger, better. Every film. So
How about Wesley Lovell, Cinema Site? It's amazing how such a brilliant opening film can devolve into nothing but uninteresting fight scenes and unnecessary visual effects. How do the fight scenes compare in this one to the first two for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to state the obvious. We'll talk about it more, I'm sure. But that, I mean, just long-winded, especially that last one. Holy moly, just kept going and going and going. But they were some cool stuff happening. I thought they felt, on one hand, they were cool. Obviously, they were filmed in pretty spectacular ways, but also, on another hand, they felt kind of gimmicky, with some of the very clearly CGI sort of.
They felt less creative to me.
Yeah, that's
Even
a good
it's
way
almost like they
to
thought
put
they
it.
were creative. Like, oh, let's fight from the ceiling. They can anti-gravity, and it's like, okay, that's just a gimmick.
There's a lot of like explosions.
Yeah.
When there's like fighting,
It's
know
all
what I mean?
wire work and all flying.
Yeah,
it's
and less
kinda-
just like kung fu shit.
Even
You know
that,
what I
even
mean?
that, the scene in the beginning though, this like the government lobby scene reprise, when they go into the place, where they flip onto the ceiling.
Down
It's like
to-
the fighting becomes like uncompelling and with less gravitas because like gravity literally doesn't apply to like what's happening.
I
So
think
it's
that,
like
I think that was interesting, at least from a plot perspective, because it's showing that the Matrix is falling apart slowly but surely. More people are having abilities to these things. I don't know. Maybe that was just me noticing that, but
I just thought it was a gimmick. No, because I don't think that showed it was falling apart. I think it showed that they were in a specific place, which is kind of like that Hades represented place, hell or whatever, that the Merovingian was in charge in. And I think that, I don't know, for me, it was just like, what cool, like, how can these, like, how the twins could like meld through stuff back in the second one. And, each person sort of had their sort of whatever. Well, in this one, it's like, let's have the guys have anti-gravity. So maybe we took it a different way, but I just thought it was a little gimmicky.
For me, it felt like it was like a sandbox that they had already made, and then they're just like, all right, we need to wrap this up, so we're just not going to add anything to the sandbox. We're just going to play in the sandbox and then end it. And that's kind of how it felt to me. Like the characters were all kind of the same. There were new characters, but they really didn't add anything to it. And then it just kind of was like, all right, let's just finish this.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It didn't really stand out as one of the three.
So, sorry, Ben. I forgot to hit us with your score.
I gave it a 43.
Oh, yeah. Ben,
I liked it. Don't get me wrong. And,
there's some fun to be had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just wasn't, like if you're comparing it to the first one, are you kidding me? Like it's not even close. Like the first one is top tier. And so to have this be how the franchise ends is kind of sad.
yeah, it's tough.
Not sad, but like just disappointing
that's
a little
not how
bit.
It ended
That's true,
Speaking
I
of the
guess.
ending,
even sadder.
Mark
Yeah.
Sells, Oregon Herald says, an over-bloated, anticlimactic yawn. Was the end satisfying?
Which end?
The end of the movie.
I thought it was on
sunset
a
or
satis-
the death of Neo.
I mean, I think you're talking about the whole
I'm talking
sort
about
of
how-
the
how-
sacrifice of
final
Neo
sequence,
or
right?
the
how the
end.
story ends.
Yeah, I thought
How the story wraps up. How the
4
how
out
the
of
story ends.
10.
Yeah.
It was not that. I thought,
Yeah.
especially the exact climax, I thought was not super great. And the whole, I think the kind of the machines retreating and stuff was kind of fun and interesting, just to kind of see and Neo's sort of experience as that was happening. But the rest of it,
I mean, I think it was, Neo's sacrifice. I thought that was interesting. I mean, that's just an easy character arc for him dying for the people he lost his love and he went, sacrificed everything for it. The other ending what I'm talking about is with the architect and the Oracle. I think that's where you start to see that there really was a chess game between the architect, like the heart and soul of the Matrix, and then the mechanical planning of it with the architect.
Yeah, that was, I guess, a little interesting too.
I mean,
but also
it made me
like
think a little bit more rather than I just kind of knew the literal visuals of a cross and the Jesus Christ pose of Neo. I think I just knew, like, oh, I get it, Savior.
Yeah, that was a little heavy-handed.
Yeah, big time. But I think that what made me think more was the architect and the Oracle meeting and kind of having this, eye-to-eye conversation of like, oh yeah, you want to keep going? Let's do it. We'll see you around, So.
Yep. Last one, Roger Ebert. In a basic and undeniable sense, this is a good movie, and fans who have earned their credit hours with the first two will want to see this one and graduate. He gave it a 3 out of 4.
Wow.
3 stars.
Damn.
So Roger Ebert liked it. There you go.
I mean, I agree with that last sentence he said. Yeah, if you were really invested in the first two, I mean, you're
going to see it through.
Yeah. And it's not, I mean, I guess a lot of people, though, did hate it that really loved the first two, but I don't think that's really quite warranted.
I will put 2 and 3 together. So I would say if you love the first one, it doesn't necessarily mean you'll like the second two. But I have a hard time hearing somebody say they loved the second one and hated the third one, because to me they were both very similar movies with very similar themes and visuals and art and all that kind of stuff. I will say 2 is the stronger one because you could argue that Neo and Trinity's arcs and a lot of the other arcs come to completion in the second one, and thus the third movie nobody really has anything to do other than move the plot forward.
The most iconic, sort of action sequence.
They took a lot of gambles visually when it came to the fight scenes.
But you're right. It feels very much like a continuation, and there's a lot of overlap between those two movies.
And that's kind of what I realized ultimately was when I was kind of rating this one low and the second one high, I was sort of realizing like, wait a minute, how can I justify that? So I realized I either had to rate them both low or both high or similar to each other, whatever. So yeah. So there's those are your critics.
Okay.
Popcorn people.
Tanya K, 5 out of 5. You ready? It is worthy as a third movie and still a great movie after all these years. We think it's a great movie, and does it hold up 22 years later, 23 years later?
Not a great movie, but the VFX hold up better than a lot of stuff that came out literally this year.
I was absolutely stunned by the visuals in this. Reloaded feels very CGI heavy. You can see it. Like this one, they did something.
They used a bunch of practicals. They used tons of practicals. The big diggers coming down, that was practical shit. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's stuff like seeing how it was done, the water effects, whatever they were doing. Like if they added some type of layering of textures to make it look more real, like damn it, they pulled it off.
So good. It was
like,
so
it looked incredible
too.
So I think that was a huge thing for me. It was like I'm shocked. Almost 25 years later. That's insane.
Yeah.
5 out of 5. These are movies. There are movies. Then there are good movies. Then there are the greatest movies, and then comes the Matrix trilogy. 5 out of 5.
I would agree to that statement if you remove the last word.
I like it. I watched all 3 of these back to back. I had to watch 2 and 3 back to back because I know they were an immediate.
I did too. Yeah.
Me too. So I don't know. I mean, I like the trilogy overall. 1 is still the great. Like it's just so iconic. But yeah, they overstuffed this third one with a lot. So it's hard to call it a great trilogy when they kind of didn't stick the landing all the way. So another mysterious reviewer, 3.5 out of 5. While the film is a disappointing at times and not quite the conclusion of the trilogy most audiences wanted, The Matrix Revolutions is still sure to please Matrix fans with the great special effects and action sequences. The final battle may be ripped off Dragon Ball Z. Okay. That music in the final action sequence between Neo and Smith was nevertheless pure cinematic gold. I would agree that last battle scene was quite fun.
It was a little Dragon Ball Z-y.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now that I think about it.
Yeah, it really was, wasn't it?
A lot of comments by audience members were Dragon Ball Z style. And I get it because the Wachowskis, they're big fans of anime. They're
and that shit was hot at that time.
Oh, massive. Yeah.
I mean,
and
it still is, but also hot then.
Yeah. So I see the inspiration, and I'm not going to discount a filmmaker for wanting to try that style and go for it.
That's actually kind of interesting. I don't know.
I liked that scene more this time than I used to. I wanted it to be much more visceral and grounded the first time I saw it. But again, that was me kind of bringing my opinion in instead of just taking the movie for what it was. And now when you watch that scene, it's kind of more of like symbolic. Like it's more like symbolic of just what's happening because neither of them can hurt each other. So I don't know if you look at it from like a meta perspective, that entire fight, how the stakes keep getting bigger and bigger, and you realize something's got to give. You know, so I appreciate that fight scene more than I used to.
Yeah, and I did appreciate that they were actually taking punches and taking hits versus the second. It seemed like there was 0 damage to this one. I felt like they were taking blows, and you could see the blood.
There's a tiny bit of blood.
I mean, I don't know. Compared to 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, I don't know. I feel like 2 was the shiniest.
I think there was more in 1, but
tons
two
more
was
in
shiny.
Yeah,
right,
2 was shiny. Yeah. So 5 out of 5 on this next one. A movie for fans of the first one. A film for your heart. Did we feel the love in this one? Did we feel any emotional?
I feel like it's a little overly sentimental.
I think it was holding on to the sentimental value that you had from 1.
That happens a lot of times, I feel like, in trilogies. Like the last movie is just super, like the one that
Return
really
of the
pops
Jedi.
in my mind. Well,
Like-
that and Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings,
Like, I
yeah.
mean,
Yep.
geez.
Was it just me, or did you guys lose all emotional weight between Neo and Trinity?
Oh yeah, Neo was so lame in this movie.
Like, he
Neo
felt-
was so lame.
Not only lame, but he just felt emotionless. Like, I know it's Keanu Reeves and he can play, just down low and just super simple, but
Like when she got off the train at the beginning, I just, and they saw each other
Yeah.
and then they like ran to each other and hugged. I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
Like it was like such a short amount of time that it felt like they'd been apart that I didn't feel like, oh, they've finally reunited.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't set it up very well.
nope. These next few go downhill. So this is just on the opposite side because I know it's a 60 something on the audience side. So 2.5 out of 5. Although I believe the intentions were good, one cannot help but feel the potential of this film was wasted as an unsatisfactory conclusion to an otherwise great trilogy. That ironically spends less time actually in The Matrix than either of the first 2 films, despite supposedly being a grand goodbye to the franchise. Despite this, there are definitely some redeemable aspects and scenes that are worth seeing. But unless included in a Matrix movie marathon, this film has little rewatch value. I would agree that it has less rewatchability if you don't watch 2 at least back to back with
It
it.
sounds like the review I would have given it 20 years ago when I first watched
Yeah.
it because I
can agree with
thought
some
the
of
same
it,
thing.
not
I was
all
like,
of it.
I want more of this
Yeah.
to be in the Matrix.
Yeah.
And I want to see cool shit, crazy shit. Now I realize, oh, I need to just take the movie for what it is, and it's like, okay.
I feel like 2 was almost all in the Matrix.
Yeah.
And then this one wasn't, and I liked it
And
because
that was the whole point of this. Yeah.
2 showed a ton of world building and character building, and it was awesome. And then they did a lot of, insane stunts and scenes. But this one, the real world, I respect that they took that gamble with it.
Well, and I think technically the entire thing is in the Matrix, even the real world. So we're splitting hairs here. But
Are we going to get into that?
They absolutely. Yeah, they never get out of the Matrix. Yeah, absolutely.
Brian's corner.
Brian's corner?
And that's not Brian's corner. That's
Oh,
just
shit.
a fact. That's just explains so much of the movie. So
Matrix within a Matrix?
That's a fact.
that's why he can still see code and shit when he's in the real world, and why he can do all the shit he can do because he's just in a Matrix. I mean,
So that's the theory of he's transcending him, and Agent Smith are transcending beyond their bounds to go to the other worlds,
yeah. But
to
I mean,
be otherworldly. You don't believe that's one theory. The other theory, it's Matrix within a Matrix.
well, yeah. That makes so much more sense because that doesn't break the laws of physics. I mean, what's more likely, the fact that they're in a simulation, or that Neo has supernatural powers?
Yeah.
Like, which one makes more sense?
Well, one makes more sense, obviously, but
Yeah.
I think there's people out there that are going to believe the other. So,
Okay.
what was the debate? I mean, the whole
Why can he see? Why does everything appear as if it's yellow code to Neo when he's in the real world?
Yeah.
Why does he see code?
I think it was more confusing.
How does the Sentinel go through him?
It was more
as code?
confusing to me this time than it was early on.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, it made all sense.
As soon as you realize that the entire thing is in the Matrix, and that's the whole point, is that he says 99. The architect in the segment says 99% of people will reject this or will accept this as long as they have the illusion of choice, even though it's subconscious. And I think the choice, both outcomes of the choice, have to exist in the Matrix. Not one doesn't get you out of the Matrix. You just have the choice within the Matrix, and everything makes so much more sense.
That's the theory I believe. That's the theory I believe.
Yeah.
But and it punches you in the face when you see the architect and the Oracle come together.
Yeah,
at the
because
end.
I think they doesn't take anything away from those characters, and I think that they exist and function the same way that they are self-describing, but it's all just one layer deep. You know what I mean? Like there's another layer outside of it, which I wish is what Resurrections would have explored, but they didn't. So
This last one, half.
Wait, I
sorry.
wanted to comment on
Oh, I'm
that
so sorry.
review.
Go ahead.
I thought it was a great review.
Cool.
good job, Anonymous.
Yeah, anonymous. December 1st, 2015. I got one more half star out of 5. What the fuck? ? There's zero explanation of anything, including how a program uploaded into a human body. Then it devolves into Dragon Ball Z while Zion is attacked by more machines than their machine guns can handle. A horrible ending to a lackluster trilogy. I mean, there were some
Whatever, that dogfight was fucking baller, dude.
It was pretty good.
what was the captain's name? Captain
Commander Locke? Or
No. The guy in the tech suit.
Oh yeah. The guy who gets
the mech
chopped.
suit.
Yeah, he gets. Oh my god, I don't know who it was. Dang it.
I can't really see anything wrong with it. I mean, I don't understand why. What their problem? They're talking about machine guns shooting Sentinels. I don't understand.
I thought it was awesome. I think it was super like Rebels versus the big, conglomerate. Like there were thousands and thousands of these robots
So
compared
detailed.
to a handful of, it seemed, of the guys in the machine guns. And then you saw them literally going down one after, like every time they did a wide shot, there were less and less machine guns going off. You could tell they were just getting destroyed.
And just the way spatially it sets up that dock where you're kind of looking up and you've got that cool like imagery of this digger coming through like a concrete dome. And then you've got sort of like these bridges and that like, you don't know how far down, but Zion is somewhere down below. And like, this is like the last stand. And then you've got the gates where the hammer is going to come through. I love how everything spatially is sort of centered around that kind of dock area throughout the movie. So it's kind of a cool, I don't know, production design.
All right. This is Critical Mass. We're sponsored by Old Elk. We're sponsored by, I didn't say Modelo earlier. We like Modelo. We're drinking Modelo. Onkyo. What's my new tagline for Onkyo?
Experience, real sound. Did I get it?
Oh, nice, friend.
I was listening.
Nice.
It
I remember
like
there was a few periods in there. That's all I remember.
All right. So now we're moving on to a segment, guys. I'm not gonna lie, we should have talked about this before the show, but I'm feeling that Flip the Script is a little redundant sometimes.
Is it played?
Yeah,
Are we done
well,
with it?
I feel like we talk about all this shit that we talk about and Flip the Script. So what we're gonna do here, I'm not saying we're necessarily killing the segment. We're just gonna make it breezy.
Can I make a suggestion? Live on air. Look at this. We're workshopping. You're with us.
That's right. We're
You're
always
here,
working to improve.
and you hit thumbs up if you like what I'm getting ready to say. Hit thumbs down if you don't.
Don't do that.
Sorry, I
please.
hijacked our. No, any engagement's good
anything,
engagement.
yeah,
Any
we like
engagement,
that,
please. What if we each just said like if you liked the movie, what's the one thing you hated most about
Yeah,
it?
that's
Or if you hated the
nice.
movie, what's
Simplifies it.
the one thing you liked most about it? If you had to choose one thing to say.
Let's just give it a run.
We
right
like
now.
that?
I like it a lot.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Okay. So Brian, you're the innovator, the architect of our new segment.
Okay.
Structure. So tell us, what was the one thing that you did
not like. The biggest thing my biggest problem with the movie was that I just did not have nearly as much fun as I did with the first two movies. The first movie, I mean, it's just, you can't beat it. It's so much fun. You're in awe. You have a smile on your face. You're hyped up. You're devastated. You're perturbed. You're like, what the hell's going on? It's amazing. Second one just like dazzles you with world building and with just what can be done with these characters and sort of these rogue programs and just this huge layer. And you're just the whole time you're smiling. Neo's still discovering. People are discovering things, still, and there's still mystery. Then you get to the third one, and it's like Neo's just on this slow march to death, kind of feels like the whole time. He's got to go process. He's like, sorry guys, I need some time.
I was like Raphael.
And he goes and
Turtles.
he's got Raphael vibes, damn it, Neo. And it just wasn't as fun. And so that's my biggest problem with the movie. Neo was lame AF.
Yeah.
Agree.
How I feel about The Last Jedi. Oh,
Hey, dang. What'd you give Last Jedi again?
Listen to that episode. It's a fun one.
That's a good one. We got into it.
Did you give that a 5? What'd you give that one?
It was bad. I don't remember, but it was low.
It was higher than a 5.
It was higher than a 5.
Yeah.
It was no Indiana Jones. And the whatever that I love Indiana Jones. Wait,
Crystal Skull.
Crystal
we all
Skull.
know. Yeah.
Hot.
Well,
pile of
it's
trash.
because of how much you love Indiana Jones that you were
yes.
offended by Crystal Skull.
Exactly right. All right, here we go. For me, I'm flipping positive. So for me, it's the dock scene. You already touched on it extensively.
Nice.
It's just really good. It's fun. It's good action. It's just good fun. And it just, the whole kind of aesthetic of just the clanging of the metal, just all over the place. Just the bullets and the machines and the guns and the explosions. You know, it's just it's satisfying. It's good, and that's coming from someone who has a lot of watched a lot of action, a lot of action fatigue. You know, and this is this is well done. It was long too. It was and it went on, and it still was pretty engaging the whole way, and that's hard to do.
17-minute scene in total cost $40 million.
Yeah,
for those 17 minutes.
Yeah, well, it was pretty spectacular.
Worth it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. That's me.
Damn,
nice.
Yeah, to 63, I'm still gonna push positive. I feel like I'm not high enough, and I've been kind of more negative on this film overall. So I'm going to go positive. If that's all right.
Wait,
cool?
I'm so confused.
Are we going negative?
It's you just ruined the spirit of the segment.
What was the spirit of the segment?
Just man up and say something.
Say something you don't like about it.
No. Dialogue. I didn't feel anything about any of these characters. That's what it was overall.
I agree.
From having watched one, did
you care about Morpheus and Niobe's arc at all?
No,
me neither.
No.
I mean, Niobe, I felt like maybe the best character.
No, who I fucking cared about in this movie, the commander, that guy, the practical guy.
He was I'm gonna give it
with him.
We're gonna
give man. He was trying.
Hell yeah,
man.
he was trying.
We're gonna give massive respect. I had to look it up. Captain Mifune.
Oh, that's you're talking about the guy in the
mech
suit.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about.
Oh,
I think that guy.
I know. I'm talking about the other commander guy, the main guy in charge.
Oh, gotcha.
They were both good.
Yeah, they were both good, but I feel like the Mifune guy, like him, and then him, like telling that
everybody
kid,
up,
and then him telling that kid before he dies, he's like, I didn't pass the course.
I
either.
didn't finish it either.
Yeah, that's come on, that's great. That's good. So yeah,
cool.
I don't know what the hell just happened because we're talking positive about the movie. I don't know where we came from.
I don't know.
Who cares?
It doesn't matter at this point.
It's our podcast. It's our podcast.
Thank you, Ben. All right, now we're moving on to a better segment. This one's called Marquee Mess. It's a segment where we rename the film.
I got 3 tonight.
Got 3 tonight? Yeah, hit us with one.
Bloons Tower Defense Zion Dock Edition.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
It's quite a word.
Gamified it. Yeah.
I just feel like I want to play tower defense game every time I watch that Zion Dock Invasion.
Yeah.
I just want to play tower defense.
Yeah.
I didn't play the video game for this, but did it have that?
Yeah, surely. I don't know.
For Matrix?
I don't remember.
Yeah, this one?
I have no idea.
there are definitely Matrix games.
Right.
I do not
Matrix
remember this one
Online was
specifically, but I'm
that
sure
was
it
huge for right as this movie was coming out, right?
Matrix Online was like, they actually shot like movie scenes that are specific for cutscenes of that game.
Did you play it?
No.
Control Z.
Control Z.
Control Z.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Like that, Zion? Yeah.
So mine all rhyme tonight. They all rhyme with the film title.
Dang.
So the first one's very simple, just to get the party started. They're all the Matrix something. So the Matrix de-evolution.
Okay.
Well, now I feel like, will it mess up your flow if I interject something in one of mine?
Yeah.
So you should go ahead.
Keep going. Well, let's go through all of them.
Go for it.
There I go.
So we've got the Matrix de-evolution. Just, easy one. The Matrix head contusions. The Matrix bowel movements.
Doesn't quite rhyme, but close.
It's a slant rhyme. The Matrix disillusioned. The Matrix high confusion. The Matrix prostitution. This one's for Ben.
No.
The Matrix total goonin'.
Hell yeah.
And finally, the Matrix, this shit is ruined.
I have one.
Oh.
Matrix 3.
Nice.
Damn it, I didn't think of that.
That's good.
That's
I
really
like
good.
that one a lot, actually.
Nice. And the EE is just 3-3.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
It's just, I can't ever remember the name of this movie.
Yeah.
And
I know. It's bad. I still don't know why it's called it.
I know.
it needs to be Matrix 3. Yeah.
What was the fourth one? Resurrection?
Resurrection.
Okay. Do you see? Yeah.
Yeah.
Punching in the Rain was the title for me. Punching in the Rain.
Yeah, I like that.
The Passion of the Christ.
Yeah.
I'll play off of that. Savior.exe.
I love it.
I like that, Chris. Very good. Very good.
Love it.
Yeah.
File source.
Oh, Deus Ex Babyface Machina.
Babyface.
Nice.
Trench coats and tentacles.
I'm out.
Oh, dang. All right. I got a few Keanu Reeves ones. Book of Keanu Reeves. The Gospel According to Keanu.
I see where you're going with this.
Assimilate Me Daddy Reeves.
Hey, look at that rabbit. There's a rabbit right there on my little.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
Ooh, what if it was a white rabbit?
It's right there.
Oh, shit.
We're in the Matrix.
Sorry, what was your... I ruined your last one.
I only have last one. Sky Squids Attack.
Sky Squids.
Because they call them a lot of weird things. They
Squiddies.
call them squids. They call them
Calamari.
sentinels, calamari. I thought that was cool. They had like nicknames for them.
All right. Nice. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
motherfucker.
We're good at this.
Yeah, that's fun.
I
We're
get.
sponsored by Onkyo.
Experience real sound.
Or maybe we should say the real one.
Everything sounds better with Onkyo.
There we go.
Nice.
Is that the real one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was the heartbeat of entertainment.
That's also it.
Yeah. We're all
Covering all our bases. They're all true. That's true.
Yeah.
Onkyo's been around a long time. They got a
Yeah.
lot of history.
Yeah, they actually do have a good pedigree.
old elk. We stopped trying. And
Maybe you pay us.
Ben,
Just send us a bottle.
What? I don't know what you...
Ambrosialist background.
Oh, okay.
He's doing another read.
is this the same music?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Feels more dramatic this
Yeah,
time.
it sounds like thunder and
All right.
lightning.
This week on the Ambrosialist 9/8 Central. Well, Ben, you're not helping. 9/8 Central this fall on NBC. The Ambrosialist is on the run from the decanters. With plenty of food and water, but only a few drops of whiskey left, the Ambrosialist is miserable, hiding in the Alps. But fortuitously, on a long-forgotten mountain path, he comes across an old friend. That's right. The magical whiskey peddler himself. Brian, it's a good day for the Crows. Cox reprises his role as whiskey peddler Wet Willie. When Cox introduces the Ambrosialist to a forbidden sextuple malt.
His name's Wet Willie.
Yeah, we're in the middle of a read.
That's
right now.
awesome.
It's like, dude, we're working here. God.
I just want to make sure I got that.
Cox introduced... Wait.
You missed the drop.
I did. Okay. When Cox introduces the Ambrosialist to a forbidden sextuple malt, he's granted unimaginable powers to fight the decanters. And unimaginable, this would have been the drop, intoxication. Because on the Ambrosialist, when it rains, he pours.
Oh, shit.
Shoot.
Wow, way to go.
You just can't just hijack the current affair soundtrack for your own soundtrack.
No, I'd use it. It's just a regular everyday thing now. Anytime I feel like I did a good job on something.
Can I get a Do You Like It then? If he gets to have
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Can I get a Tokyo Drift?
I took it back.
Might as well throw that in there too.
There we go. We're all right as rain.
Tharks. We're going to talk real quick about themes and arcs.
Did it have any themes and arcs?
Themes and arcs. It had a shit ton of themes and no arcs.
Sheesh.
Now, it doesn't mean we're going to talk about them all right now because I think they're kind of already been hit on and they're kind of going to get dropped and interspersed through just kind of our conversation. So I don't necessarily with this, because this movie is themes. I mean, some movies, you got to dig deep, and this one you don't. I mean, they're right there. You hit over the head with them. I think the only arcs are the Morpheus and Niobe relationship. It kind of comes to a close. There's tension from the second one, and then he finally respects her as a pilot, and she respects his belief. And it's very minor, but I don't see any other arc in this movie, character arc wise. I mean, very flat. This felt like the second half of the third movie in a franchise to me, a little bit in certain ways.
So they should have
Themes,
done like 2 and then 2.5 or something like that.
yeah,
Like
something.
Reloaded part 2.
Part 1 and part 2, maybe.
Yeah.
No, I feel like this was only part 2. I think it needed more. I'll say the biggest theme for me, that if I had to choose one, is the first 2 movies talk a lot about choice. What is fate? That's the Oracle keeps talking up to Neo about fate. He doesn't believe it, and there's that wrestle with fate. Are you in control of your own destiny? And I think ultimately it shows that Neo can make that choice. He chooses different from the first 7 Matrixes and walks through the other door, or people, Trinity decides to go with him. People make choices, and it's almost like they're in charge of their destiny. But I love this third movie because it completely flips that on its face, and it shows how everything is predetermined and everything was foreseen and happened exactly the way that it was supposed to. And choice is only an illusion. And it's already predetermined. So to me, that's a really cool zag that this movie does, and it really subverts what the first two movies had set up. And I think it does that rightly so and intentionally. The biggest theme for me is that one. There are many other sub themes, but that I think is the most important and crucial theme, and probably, in fact, the reason the movie should exist.
There's a couple people out there that are just on the edge of their seat right now,
clamoring
and
for
they are
Brian's
clapping.
farts.
They're standing and clapping for that.
Well,
what just occurred.
I will say
and, you know,
this. The Matrix is a fandom that is notoriously high philosophical, theme oriented fan base. I mean, that's what people nerd out on with this stuff. So
I know that's why when we go to Brian's corner here,
we'll
never get out.
There's no themes. There's no themes in Arcs and Brian's corner at all.
Okay.
I'm just saying, man. I think of any movie we've done, this is the one that merits talking about its themes. I mean, you can make an argument that maybe there were some others that are up there with this one, but I mean, anyone who's listening to this is going to be expecting us to at least touch on what it's about, you know, like what it's trying to say. So I don't know. It's more important on this one than maybe some other ones. Wouldn't you say? Would you agree? Disagree?
Yeah.
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
Yes.
You don't have to agree.
Well, yeah, we all know where we're going now.
Yeah, we're going right there. Hey, everybody, welcome to Brian's Corner. I love fucking mech suits. I love when someone's in a mech suit and it
You're going to do all a mech suit?
It's
Brian's
a mech
corner?
suit,
Oh.
Brian's Corner.
Well, I was going to. Okay.
shit.
That's amazing.
And,
Dang.
you know, of course, so earlier I was pointing at the screen here. We see Commander, what's his name? What'd you find out his name was? Commander something or other.
Yeah, Captain Mifune.
Mifune. He hops in his, what is it called? It's called, I wrote it down somewhere. Shit, an APU. Armored Personnel Unit is what these things are called. There's about 80 of them. I literally paused the movie and counted. There are 80 APUs.
Or you could call it a poo.
A poo. There are 80 APUs to start this thing. And these are these big mech costumes, right? So in movies and shows, I love when they sort of create this situation to where like a human can sort of be enhanced by hopping inside some sort of an exoskeleton. So whether it's more of like an industrial thing, like something that allows you to be more powerful, or whether it's something with a shit ton of guns, it's always awesome. I'm always on board. I grew up playing Mech Warrior, BattleTech, watching Exo Squad,
Armored Core?
Voltron.
You didn't play Armored Core?
A little bit Armored Core. And those are all games where there's a human that gets in a suit. And I don't know what it was, but me as a young child, I love that, especially Exo Squad. That's just really what got
Power
me
Rangers?
into Exo Squad.
So that's why I thought we were going to talk about, because I wanted to hot pocket Exo Squad, but it sounds like we may get into Exo Squad right now.
I'll tell you what, we won't. We'll just get into what I want to talk about is the best mech suits in movies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you know, I mean, there's a lot of good TV out there.
Man. I know, right?
And I know that
Right where I go.
there's a whole anime market, and I'm not tapping into any of that. I'm sticking with the U.S. sort of major movies and cartoons. So I know there's a lot of blind spots here, but I do just want to point these famous examples out. How about Avatar? You guys remember Avatar?
We remember.
No,
Yep.
what?
The
So
Disney
there's-
World attraction.
Do you remember the amplified mobility platform suit, the AMP suits, right? When they're on the planet, there's these huge ass mech things walking around.
Yeah.
Those are cool, but you know they were kind of just for like, they weren't for war. They were for like picking up
they were
beams
just
and
like
things. I feel like that's kind of like the power loader, the P5000 in Aliens. Do you guys remember the one that Ridley uses to fight the queen?
That's right where I went when you talked about
That's what I think.
iconic mech suits in cinema. That's
right
there is where I went.
What color is that one?
It's like yellow.
Yeah,
right?
it's like yellow.
It was like a construction.
Exactly. It looked like a fucking caterpillar.
Yeah, it was a piece of
equipment.
construction unit. Yeah. It was
I
awesome.
love that, man. So then you kind of get more into like the combat ones. I've got 9 on this list, so that's 2 of them. The third one, Edge of Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Good one.
Yeah.
Good one.
Those are called combat jackets. That's what they call
That's
those.
sick.
Mm-hmm. That is a cool name.
And then I thought the ones here were cooler than the Edge of Tomorrow ones, the APUs, Armored Personnel Unit. So I'm kind of listing these in like how cool they are or how like badass they are, right? So like I would say Matrix Revolution's APU suits is next. I loved, you guys see District 9?
Mm-hmm.
So do you remember that suit he gets into? It's the alien tech suit. And once he starts turning, he's able to like get into that suit and he like catches that fucking RPG in midair. That suit's badass. Like I want that suit.
I want that.
I want that suit. Those are called exosuits, by the way. Exosuits. What's cooler than that? Number 6 on the list. Oh, I think Iron Man. I'm going to go Iron Man armor. Come on. I mean, how much
What
more
needs to be
iconic can you
said?
get?
Yeah.
Which suit?
I'm going to
Which one?
include the Hulkbuster in there too. But just his main Mark III, whatever it is, the like iconic one.
Nice.
But it's all cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like Mark 42.
whatever they are. Yeah.
When they start using nanobots and
No, 42 is right before he went off the rails.
The nanobots is where it gets a little not as cool to me.
42
I like
was
the
like
physical
Iron Man.
tactile. I want to
Yeah.
see some like hydraulic pumps.
I
like,
think it
on
was
your
in
suit.
Iron Man 1 or 2. When it was the start of 2, he goes.
I
"Oh, this
lost
is
interest
it."
on Iron Man already. I
The
wish I
metal
wouldn't have brought it up.
sounds. So good.
Next one, Voltron. Did you guys ever watch Voltron?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good lord. I mean, I had the Voltron toy that
My
all
brother
the
still
things
has it on his
assembled.
shelf at
Oh
home.
god.
Yeah.
So cool. And then number 8, Pacific Rim. The Jaggers on Pacific
Sure,
Rim.
sure,
That was
sure.
mine.
Yeah.
Those were
A
cool.
good one.
Yeah, those were
very
really
You,
cool.
you like that? You like a Jagger, Chris? You like a big Pacific Rim Jagger?
Oh,
You
I
like that?
fucking love that movie.
He loves a Pacific Rim
You
Jagger.
fucking
love
Jagger.
Pacific Rim.
Have you guys been to Jaggers yet? They have an okay burger.
No. Is
Yeah,
it
it's
good?
over in Clearwater. Do you know where that is?
Yeah.
I don't even know if they're called Jaggers. I think they're called Jaegers. I don't even know
No,
what they're
it's-
called. How's it pronounced
I
on,
think
on
it's
Pacific
Jaggers.
Rim?
It's Jaggers.
Whatever they are. And then
Yeah.
Exo Squads are by far the coolest. Number
Well,
9, Exo Squad.
yeah.
And is there a hot pocket on Exo Squad?
We're going to talk about Captain J.T. Marsh.
Fuck yeah. All right, that's it. Welcome. Thanks for joining me at Brian's Corner.
Can I add an honorable mention?
Oh, yeah, please. Yeah.
Honorable mention. The Power Rangers.
I said Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Have those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta.
Megazord?
Megazord.
Yeah.
Where they're all in it and they're all controlling it.
Didn't
Anyway,
seem as cool to me, but you're right. That belongs probably on the list at near the top, maybe.
I mean, just honorable mention.
Yeah.
Honorable mention.
Yeah, honorable.
Yeah, that was a good corner.
Fun. I love
Nice
mech.
work.
I thought we were going to get in like some
Yeah,
sort of
I was not
deep,
expecting a
like,
mech suit. That was
philosophical
awesome.
discussion
Yeah.
that was going to go on for like 3 hours, and I was ready for it. I was ready,
Yeah, I was ready to talk
No,
about.
but I thought that's what was going to happen.
No.
No, but yeah, we had a nice tight discussion about mechs, and I love it.
Tight.
We're moving on to Hot Pocket. Hot Pocket. Segment where we talk about all the random shit we probably already talked about. We're going to talk about again anyway. This is going to be a vegetable and rice Asian style Hot
Yum.
Pocket.
Sounds
That's
terrible.
great. That's great.
I'm hungry.
I'm curious what makes it Asian, because Asia's a big place, and there's a lot.
There's a lot of flavors in Asia.
It's quite a wide
Lot of
variety of
flavors.
cuisine.
There is, but this is what it is. There's no meat in this Hot Pocket, so that's kind of a rarity too.
Oh wow.
Hot Pocket is versatile. Here's our first one. I just want to talk about just kind of in general. This to me felt like a movie that, more than a lot of others was really very much designed for the big screen.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
This is a movie that Brian's
Yeah.
enraptured here.
We're watching
Guys,
the doc. This
with
scene right
watching
here.
the
with-
doc scene. It
when
really is good.
When
I
the
mean, really,
signals
it's the best part
come
of the movie.
through the
Crazy.
It's probably the best part of the movie. And
Man.
this illustrates what I'm trying to get at in this Asian style Hot Pocket.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What is it,
No
like
one
a
seems to
sweet
care
barbecue
about.
sauce, or what do you think it is?
It's a Szechuan.
It's a. I don't know why that was so funny.
I'm
little
watching.
sweet and sour.
I don't know. All right, what's the thing? What's the damn thing?
I already said it. You weren't paying
shit, my fault.
attention. You weren't
I was
paying any
enamored by the
attention to
doc
me.
scene.
No, I already fucking said it.
Yeah,
Here, I will say it
my
again, though. No, it's okay. And this nice Szechuan coated. This feels like a movie that more than most is designed for the big screen.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like a movie that you're going to lose a lot of value from and a lot of immersion in when you watch it at home. Well, not your home, because you have a fucking, a 99-inch fucking.
Yeah.
He's got the Onkyo surround sound.
Yeah, but
And I have a
generally
big-
speaking,
yeah.
those of us who are mere mortals who have a
Yeah.
a 35-inch television, this movie is it just
35.
doesn't.
No,
Is
Nick.
it made out of wood?
Let him cook. He's teeing me up. I got a perfect
Yeah.
anecdote for this.
Yeah, I watch on a Triton. Remember those?
Trinitron?
Yeah, a Trinitron. Trinitron. It's fucking called. It's so,
I watched my shit on fucking Triton, motherfucker.
this is just the worst.
Back in my day,
Hot Pocket.
we watched our shit on a Triton.
This is the perfect Hot Pocket.
I've got a black and white RCA that I have.
All right, let me bring us back.
Triton
I
is
can't
my
wipe my
keyboard.
tears with
It's
sunglasses
a
on.
keyboard.
Let me bring us back.
The Trinitron.
I watched this twice over the
TV.
weekend. The
Samsung.
first time my Spectrum cable was out, so I had to watch it on my phone. And my phone, I tethered my phone to my computer, right?
Yeah.
And it can only go 480p. Okay, because my shit's old ancient as fuck, right? Okay, so I watched the entire movie this way because it's like I have to watch this movie. I got to do notes and stuff, so I was forced to watch it this way. Then the internet came back the next day, and I was like, I'm gonna watch it again, and I watched it on the Big Dog setup, and
Dog.
there was a huge difference in viewings, more so than I even thought there would be. I mean, the movie is so visually detailed,
It is.
there
And
is
it
a
has
lot.
great sound design.
very
that I
great
think
sound
really
design,
pays
absolutely.
off in a, I could just tell, I was watching on my 35-inch Triton, and it just didn't, I can still tell that it like had, really good sound.
Yeah.
Can we get Critical Mesh shirts?
Can we get a
It's
sponsorship?
literally like a Triton, like King Poseidon's Triton, and it's a 35-inch tall
Just
Triton.
a 35. It just says 35.
Just says 35-inch Triton.
All right,
that
for
on
the
the list.
second Hot Pocket.
Yeah, for the second Hot Pocket. So this one's going to be,
I have a note at the bottom of every episode about
Thank you.
t-shirt ideas.
we're going kind of, okay, yeah, hot and spicy chicken. Let's just leave it there. I don't know who's
Okay.
seasoning this one. Just
Doesn't matter.
doesn't
Don't talk about it. Just keep going.
Doesn't matter. So one of the kind of stooges in the one of the early scenes in the first couple of minutes, he goes, Jesus H. Christ.
Mm.
Guys, what does the H stand for in Jesus H. Christ? Have you
I
ever
don't
thought
know.
about that?
You know what?
Yes.
Queen of the popcorn people.
Ben?
Katie asked the same thing when the
Jesus,
scene happened.
Henry.
Henry?
I don't know. I grew up.
No,
I grew
that's
up
a good
Christian,
answer.
so
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
If you know what the H in Jesus H. Christ is, or what verse in the Bible talks about what that H
Yeah.
stands for, comment down below.
oh,
Please.
it's not biblical.
Ben, I
No,
know.
this is not a biblical. No,
Yeah,
it's
you're,
gotta
ru-
be
you're
what it
ruining the
means to
joke.
you.
You're ruining the joke.
Please comment below what you think the H in Jesus H. Christ stands for. Please let us know.
I've always just kind of wondered what and why an H.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds great.
Is it honus?
That could be fun.
I don't think that's it.
Hottie. Jesus Hottie Christ.
I don't know if that's biblical. We're gonna move to another hot pocket. Okay. This one, guys, is I don't even know what to say about this. It's real though, except it's real. Shrimp scampi.
Sus.
Whoa! This is our
Shrimp.
biggest and most esteemed sponsor, except for the Ambrosia list. So
Oh, I like that our subplot has a sponsor.
I'm just saying, shrimp scampi. Maybe it's a little sus. I'd eat it.
Yeah, I would.
I bet it's good.
A cheap
try anything
microwavable hot pocket with shrimp in it.
It's shrimps from the ocean. It's fine.
Shrimps.
Shrimps.
Okay, this movie has some smoking in it,
Mm-hmm.
which always
The
is like,
Oracle.
elevates my score a little
yeah.
bit. A little bit. The Oracle smokes. And
Did you
here's the
see what
question here.
what brand she was smoking?
Did you?
Uh-huh.
You did? I tried to see. I must have caught the wrong frame because
Not
I
a-
tried to like
Oh,
zoom in on it. And I
no.
didn't catch
Not
it.
a real brand.
Because here was my question.
Double Destiny.
Oh, okay.
That's so
So it's
stupid.
a prop. It was a
Double
prop
Destiny.
brand.
That
Okay,
is
nice.
so
Boo.
This movie was
stupid.
rife with symbolism like that. But to be fair, so was the first one.
That's
and that
awesome.
was in the Matrix.
No, that's dumb.
It was. She
Yeah,
was
this
wearing
is-
the yin yang earrings. There's all kinds of
Well,
kinds of
I
stuff.
tried to look. I guess I looked at the wrong frame, but I was going to ask the brand. Well, that just
It
completely
looked like Marlboro 'cause
Sucked
it was
all the air out of my
white
fun
text on a
question.
red.
Just like smoking. Don't smoke, kids.
Yeah.
I was going to go with Mavericks. I think
mean-
maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right.
Nothing was real. All the billboards, all the ads, all that stuff was all like Tasty Wheat. There were ads for Tasty Wheat in the
Tasty
background.
Wheat.
I mean,
Yeah,
it was
I saw
all
those.
in world, Matrix stuff. So
Did you guys like cream of wheat?
yeah, I had cream wheat
Growing up.
Yeah,
No, I did
growing
not
up.
have that
Yeah,
growing
You
up.
just whip it up with some.
It's gotta be
brown
sweet,
sugar.
though. You gotta put a lot
the
of
brown
sugar on there.
in it.
Well, yeah, you pretty much had to put butter and
love
like,
cream of wheat.
everything.
Cream of
Butter?
wheat was like
Yeah,
You put butter in cream of wheat?
butter and cinnamon sugar.
I did
Oh,
too. Yeah,
damn, you
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know about
fancied
the
it up.
butter though.
Cream of wheat was like
Jeez.
like in the on a school morning you had oatmeal, but on a Saturday morning you got cream of fucking wheat.
Dang. Okay.
There's also like choco cream of wheat.
What?
Yeah, a chocolate version of cream of wheat.
I think there's.
Oh no, I've seen. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, I was thinking Choco Tacos for some reason.
I think there's a cream of wheat hot pocket.
we can.
You think there's a cream of wheat hot pocket?
Nick's open to any hot pocket idea.
I truly am.
Add it to the list.
But no, we're gonna go for a little bit more standard sausage, peppers, and onions. And these are
Oh,
these are
delicious.
just bell peppers, or
Yeah, they've got to be like just bell peppers. Classic.
okay, yeah, probably red and green and maybe a few yellows.
Yeah, some yellow for
Mm-hmm.
flash of color.
I want to talk the lore of the whole Matrix. It's just okay. So to be fair, I did not rewatch the first two movies, but this movie just it's steeped in lore, right?
Mhm.
There's a lot. There's like the train man and Seraphim and the architect and there's
Merovingian. Yeah.
all this stuff. You know what I mean? You kind of have to. There's a lot of insider baseball. I feel like kind of to appreciate this movie on some level. And I think, I guess, I don't know quite where I'm going with this, except for maybe is that like a problem? Because it was, I guess, a little bit of a problem for me because I hadn't recently rewatched the other two and I was a little bit out of the loop on what was going on. So I don't know. Thoughts?
I don't think that they reintroduced any major concepts in this one that hadn't been introduced in 2. I think a lot of the stuff here was a carryover. So if I know Grizz, you and I both had visited the second one, and so I don't feel like this is as much of a leap for me. I was like, oh, I know who the Merovingian is. Yeah, the Train Man's a new character, but he makes sense as the courier for the Merovingian to get these programs in and out of the Matrix. So it was a lot easier to follow than that architect conversation in 2.
You know what's funny is I had an easier time following that.
Really?
Yeah, than I ever did when I was younger. I was like, what the fuck was that? When I was younger,
get lost every time.
I was just like listening. I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense. And like, yeah, his words are huge. And like, yes, they're like just absolutely, I'm sure you could probably rewatch it, Nick, and have some explanation for some of these words he used. But they were like, it seemed simple. Like he told the story and he like told why there's a repetition and the
But it was so rich. It was so every sentence had like layers of meaning.
Every word.
I feel like every time I go through that conversation, it's like a Geometry Dash level. I get further in it, but I only get like 80% and I always die. Like I never get through it.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Brian, this one's for you. And you needed a Hot Pocket. So here we go.
Oh, sweet.
I'm going to toss you the vegetarian Mexican fiesta.
You know my heart.
What do you think's in that, though? Beans.
Well, yeah, you got to go beans. There's probably beans,
rice,
like kind of like maybe like a corn salsa type of.
There's got to be some green.
It's a refried bean, right? Or is it more?
I would say I would go like a black bean. Oh no, refried bean would be good though. I'll take it.
Okay.
Either way. Well, I was going to bring up Star Wars, and I feel like you also.
I had a Star Wars. We can just merge these podcasts.
What was the gist of yours? Because I was going to say how this movie has a lot of similarities with Star Wars.
So here, mine was pretty targeted. It was the idea that the Star Wars aesthetic, especially the sort of Battle of Hoth aesthetic, from Empire Strikes Back, it was very similar to kind of the war room situation that was happening in kind of the last act of this movie in terms of just like
the rooms they're in right here.
Kind of technology,
this is very
kind of the monochrome,
very Hoth,
and kind of the some of the translucent screens, and it just it felt very influenced by that.
Either Hoth or the command center on Yavin in the first one when the Death Star's going. See, I like that you say that, and I'll add on to that. I actually feel like this movie had a lot more similarities to Return of the Jedi. So I'll say, like, if you could take the last battle in Return of the Jedi when they're battling above Endor, and you add in the Hoth command room, I think that's the final sequence here. You have the hammer coming through, like they're basically flying through the Death Star. I mean, the hammer run through those maintenance tunnels is really like the Millennium Falcon flying through the Death Star.
Totally.
And then you've got this secondary battle happening. So you have a chase, you have a battle, and then you've got like the individual thing happening with Neo elsewhere, kind of like with Luke and the Emperor, right, as a side story. So it was the back half of the movie.
There's a lot more than I even noticed.
It's a lot of pieces coming together to the end goal. It's very similar to Empire. Yeah.
Yep,
I loved it.
I think that, and then you also have like I think the Jedi are sort of like Neo, right? The Jedi are the ancient religion that all the modern resistance and people are like, that's just an ancient religion, and nobody kind of buys into it anymore. But ultimately, it's what saves the day.
Look at all this overlap
with Jedi, or with Neo. Neo's this ancient. Only Morpheus believes in Neo. A couple people, but that's irrelevant. We need to be practical. So that had, the command is sort of like the resistance, and the machines are like the Empire. And then the last thing I'll have here is you kind of have this element of you remember at the end of Star Wars where Han comes through and like hits Vader so that Luke can make the final shot, right? Well, you kind of have that happening here with Z. So like. And Z, do you remember when the young boy, is like 16? Remember when he's like, I believe in you, Neo, or whatever, and he's getting ready to do the final shot on the big counterweight chains on the gate. He's about to shoot it, but then that Sentinel comes, and then Z hits it so that he can do the thing. That's kind of like Han helping Luke out a little. There's just a lot of like elements that were very like Star Warsy here.
I can respect it. It's not heavy-handed. It's not obvious. It's not like they're not shooting grappling hooks that are wrapping around legs or anything. You know,
it's very unique. But
I appreciate those.
Story beat wise, it felt similar.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was a hell of a Mexican fiesta.
We had actually have the hell of a Mexican fiesta just then.
So this is a Maui chicken. What do you think makes it Maui?
Pineapple
juice,
ham.
And then it's also teriyaki style. So,
like a beach like a tiki bar cookout.
Teriyaki vinaigrette. What do you think? What is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I like that we're just speculating.
He doesn't even know.
It's Maui chicken, teriyaki style.
Okay, Mary. Okay.
Teriyaki style. Whoa.
So,
sorry.
You know what? I was a little thrown off with some gratuitous boobs in this movie.
Gratuitous boobs.
Yeah, you're talking about
I know who you're talking about.
Persephone.
Well, there's
right?
just boobs, just
Monica Bellucci.
kind of in the S&M club, just out flopping around, and it's just kind of like it didn't feel right in the Matrix.
Did you know that all those extras brought their own actual costumes,
All right.
their BDSM costumes, and
All
they
right.
brought them and wore them on the scene?
Fun fact about all these
What?
movies. Fun fact about all of them from the first one. That was a real that club they went
Yeah,
to.
it was a real club.
It was a real sex club.
In Australia, right? Or,
And they had to
Maybe
cut
not
it in
Australia.
a way that there was actual things happening in the background that they were worried that we're going to get caught. So they had to creatively crop. You'll respect that. They were like, oh, okay, we need to move constantly to make sure we're not getting this in frame. But yeah, a lot of that shit was just over the top.
it was a
But
little much.
do you guys remember in Reloaded where she had like a sheer white leather dress?
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
just the straight
Grit-
visual, visual of, and you're mad
Have we
about
ever
her,
met?
and you're mad about her boobs.
I am
in this
not
one. Come
mad
on
about
now.
them. I am not mad about them. Nick
seen
said
the-
gratuitous boobs.
Sorry.
and I mentioned
Sorry.
said
You were mad
boobs.
about these
I
boobs.
did not corroborate that they were gratuitous.
It wasn't in like a love scene or like any type of passionate scenario. It was just
So?
like we're just kind of moving into a club and it's just like boobs bouncing, and I'm just like
It was that kind of a club.
Yeah, that's just that looked like the vibe of the
for
club.
the Matrix.
That
Like,
made sense.
do we need boobs in everything? Like, I guess that's a stupid question.
Just gonna let you answer your own question.
Do we need boobs and everything?
You know what I'm saying, guys? It just felt a little forced. but
Nick in the
apparently
club
not.
is them with their guns out, just like
Oh, dude, I thought I
Look,
love
I
that.
just don't.
I mean, Nick, they're definitely easy to notice
get your
because
boobs away from me.
red is not a color that shows up in the Matrix very often. I mean, you get the woman in the red dress in the first one, and then I don't know if is there any
I
red
think
in the
that's
second
the
one?
symbolism.
And then the third one, you've got the Merovingians' red tie and shirt, and then
Yeah.
Persephone's
Well,
dress, and then the background of the club.
Yeah,
because it's
well,
supposed to be Hades.
Merovingian
So
and the
you're
her in the red
you're
dress.
clearly going to notice that she's wearing a red. I mean,
Yeah.
it harkens back to the woman in the red dress in
Yeah.
the first one. So
Hey,
It's about
attention.
lust and
Yeah.
wanting.
Then
Yeah.
I thought it was the symbolism of hell and the devil, him being the devil.
I think he's more like the keeper of the underworld. I think it's more that mythology, like
Oh, I thought he was.
like
I thought
Hades,
he
you
was
know?
the devil, and
I think
because he was working every side. He was working.
I think
Neo, and he's
Agent
working
Smith. I think Agent Smith. I'd probably put him in the, so to speak, devil role.
Yeah.
Oh, and you think he was like the
I
henchman?
will put Merovingian more as
Okay.
like the Undertaker or the gatekeeper to Hades or
Okay.
whatever. You
I
know?
don't remember catching the help button that they pushed.
Yeah.
I think that's just hilarious.
Yeah, the P scratched out, so it's
Yeah.
hell, which is the way you spell it in
Yeah.
I don't know, Norse mythology. I think.
Billy Steak and Mushroom. You know, Bane. You guys remember Bane? That guy?
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Agent Smith impersonator.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I want to talk about. I thought he did a really good job of impersonating Hugo.
Hated
Weaving.
it the first time I saw it.
Killer.
I'm
I
now
liked it.
I'm now in love with him.
Now,
Killers.
it bothered me that
Casting.
Neo didn't recognize him immediately
I know,
because he was
right.
doing such a good job.
Yeah.
Did you notice there was
Yeah.
like 6 times? He's like, still don't recognize
I
me.
know. It was
Let me
like,
give you an
what?
obscure clue.
I'm sorry. This dude gets a fucking Oscar for
Yeah,
how
he's
well
amazing.
he mimicked that. I was like,
Well, he
That's
came in and
impressive.
did the part, and they immediately hired him when they saw how good his impersonation
That's so
of
good.
Hugo Weaving was.
that's
So-
crazy.
So, apple cinnamon?
Ooh, dessert time.
Now we're getting into like fruit
Breakfast.
pastries.
Dang.
Breakfast.
Okay. All right.
Dessert
pocket.
Dessert pie, breakfast dessert. Yeah.
We already went cream of wheat, so yeah.
I just wrote. I mean, I guess it was promised earlier. I just wrote Mechs like Exo Squad, Captain JT Marsh, Exopod. Tune in next week when we talk about episode 13.
You're on
Well,
episode 13.
Let's just talk about why Exo Squad is
we
better.
break down each episode in gratuitous detail.
Oh, I see.
So
Well,
now
it's
we're on the
notoriously
13th
only a
episode.
four. It's only a 4-season show. I mean, you know, there's, but you know why Exo Squad mechs are better than any other property with the mechanism.
I'm not
as it
quite
were.
sure, but
the
they are just the coolest.
mechanism.
Because think about it, Exo Squad is the perfect combination of like the Matrix and like Edge of Tomorrow, because each person's exosuit plugs into the back of their neck and is tailored to them.
Yes, you're right,
and
you're
they're
right,
all
you're right.
different. So each
Was it in
person's
Edge of Tomorrow?
thing. No, I'm just saying like
Oh.
take one. Keep up, buddy.
Okay.
I talk fast. So no, hang on.
looking.
So take a regular mech suit and then take Matrix and
Right.
combine those together, and that's Exo Squad.
Yeah.
Because it's a mech suit that plugs into the back of your neck, and so it is trained up. It's a cool show. You
I
should
always
check it.
thought JT Marsh had like the coolest haircut. It had like
Well,
that big line on the
It
side.
had the zigzag. He had like the.
Well, I think it was like a fat line, kind of. There was a couple of lines.
He had a
and then a kind of a crew
zigzag,
cut.
didn't he?
No, I think it was
It is lines. Oh
straight,
shit!
Yeah,
two straight lines.
I
He had
know.
the high cut and then 2 straight lines.
Yeah,
During the
don't-
pandemic, I
know
had
JT
people.
Marsh.
During the pandemic, I had people shave lines into my head.
Yeah, well, it's obviously very cool.
Yeah. Well, anyway, each Exo Squad. You got JT Marsh. You got Alec DeLeon. Remember Nina Burns?
Oh my gosh! Of course. What do I remember?
You got Wolf Bronsky. He was always
Wolf!
belching. Remember?
Yes. Oh, he was. Yeah.
Always
great.
belching. Rita Torres. She was a badass.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Napier. Jonas Simbaka. He was the pirates guy with the big beard.
Oh, the pirate guy.
The pirate guy. He had his own exosuit.
Oh man.
Jinx Madison, Cass
cool.
Tagaki. And then you had the Neo Sapiens. You had Phaeton, Marsala, Typhonus, and Draconis. I had some of their exosuits.
Guys,
they
I
were
feel
like black and purple.
You're really stepping on your exopods.
Freaking awesome.
I know.
So yeah, that's why they're better, because they're like, you don't ever have any other universe where like there's an individual mech for each person. Kind of Ultron maybe, but Exo Squad kills.
Pacific Rim and Avatar.
If you don't know about Exo Squad or Exopod, catch
I
up.
actually don't know
Catch
anything
up.
about
no,
Exo
in
Squad
Avatar
at
they're all the same. They're just
I was more
mech
thinking like
suits.
their Avatar.
No, because that wouldn't be a mech suit. That would be like a projection or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
So check out Exopod.
Yeah, Exopod. Yeah.
Do you guys need a producer?
No.
Man, we can't not pay you for 2 podcasts.
Yeah. No. Garlic chicken Alfredo. Grizz, you brought up earlier you didn't like the dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was some pretty bad dialogue in this movie, and I think part of the problem with the dialogue was a lot of it was telling and not showing. And I just want to give one example. I think that I kind of saw it over and over and over again. And for example, Jada Pinkett, when she tells Ghost, remember Ghost,
Mhm.
says, "Ghost, you're the best gunner we have." It's like, well, okay, like
show him
yeah,
knocking
show
it
him
down.
shooting down. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Ghost knows he's a good gunner. You
Yeah.
don't need to tell it.
Yeah,
It was
he was confident.
It was lazy writing to get Morpheus in the co-pilot seat so that her and Morpheus can have their arc.
Yeah,
So it
also
was
that.
lazy writing to
I
set
get
that
it.
up.
Yeah.
Barbecue brisket and
Sounds
cheese.
delicious.
What's the cheese? Someone want to throw out some cheese?
Cheddar,
Gorgonzola.
Parmesan.
brie.
Ugh.
Things that make you go.
Gouda.
"Ugh."
All right, barbecue brisket and cheese. Here's one thing I think this movie actually did well. This I actually feel like probably should have been my flip the script answer, if I can
Mhm.
take it all back.
Mhm.
What this movie did very well, which I think is a sort of a tenet of screenwriting that a lot of movies fail at, but this movie did well, is that this movie continually gets worse and worse and worse and worse for our protagonists
Mhm.
in a pretty escalating, efficient way. You know, things continue to get more and more fucked up to the point where you kind of are like, I think this is a little bit of a problem with it. You get to a point with this where you're like, how could they possibly get out of this situation? Like, it's just so dire.
Mhm.
And I think the way it ultimately resolves is a little cheap. And I don't know how much we want to get into that sort of whole resolution. Didn't think it was the greatest, but I did love how the stakes kept getting higher and the situation kept getting worse for the people that we were rooting for. So good job.
Yeah, I agree. I think they steadily got worse and worse, and they more and more dire. It was kind of a downer a little bit. Neo didn't really have a lot to do in this movie. I mean,
Right.
sure, he
No,
fought
yeah.
fought Smith at the end, but what did he do?
He got blinded
Yeah.
and then led them into the world.
And then sat in the seat while
Yeah.
while things blew up, and then he
He let Trinity
walked
fly him
to
out there and die.
Babyface.
because he could see without his eyes, so he could show them where to go, I guess.
Yeah.
But like,
Because he
And
could
then-
see only the machine world.
I mean, he did things, but like nothing that was like interesting
Right.
or anything like the first couple of movies. It was kind of sad.
yeah,
It's sad when the main character of a trilogy passes the torch in the third movie. It'd be like if Indiana Jones wasn't like the star of Last Crusade. It'd be like if he was like a
It'd be like-
secondary character.
Yeah.
it'd be
It'd
like,
be like, what?
if like Indiana Jones tried to pass the torch to a
To, like,
younger
Shia LaBeouf.
Indiana Jones
yeah.
and tried to find a crystal skull.
Yeah, well, that's the fourth movie.
What episode is that? We've done that film before.
I'd say once you get past 3 movies, that's when that tends to happen. But
Yeah.
in a classic trilogy, you really don't want that happening.
It's hard
You don't want
mix
to
up-
neuter your star character.
Yeah, it's
You know what I
incredibly
mean?
hard to go well past 2, 3 plus films with a single character and make it fresh every time. So
Back to the Future did it.
Yeah.
How about a bacon mac and cheese?
Ooh, sounds delicious.
How, on a scale of 1 to 10, influenced was this movie by the Alien franchise?
I think, let's see, definitely the aesthetic was the sort of dirty future, the dirty kind of not
Dirty
shiny,
Future. What a
polished.
good band name that is. That's going to be my next. Yeah.
Shit, that's good.
What do they play? What are they?
Dirty Future did the opening theme song to the Ambrosia List, I think.
I think they did, and I think it's it's kind of like industrial future mathcore.
But it's kind of like halftime, we're like kind of real slow beats, but like with like the trap sort of like synth on top.
Like halftime music? What?
No, just like, like a slow beat.
Not like halftime.
Like the final countdown?
No, just no. I mean, like, instead of like a standard beat, it's more like halftime, but with like fast trap on top, and it's kind of like instead of double time. I don't know why. I don't know. If
we're in sports mindset.
Yeah. He's not talking about a football game.
Like a 2-4 time signature.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just I don't know, kind of like
no, I like
kind of dreamy a little bit, dream pop a little bit, dream
Dirty
synth.
Future.
It's
It's
kind of like M83 a little bit.
It's got a ring to it.
Ooh,
It's like 21 Pilots.
Yeah, it's like it's like M83, Daft Punk, maybe a little bit of like Royksop. I don't know, LCD sound system. Anyway, yes, that has that in common with the Alien franchise, and I think that was probably what inspired the look of some of this future.
Yeah,
guys,
limited edition lobster and crab. Is it sus, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sus. It's pretty sus. Where's that lobster coming from?
Shrimp we're fine with.
What
the lobster
time of
and
year
crab.
is it?
Oh boy. We're gonna talk about something else that was sus, and it was that ammo boy. What? Just what a ham fest.
I mean,
he's got his wily eyes, and he's just running around, a little goofball. It was too much. He was very annoying. What was the point?
I get what they were trying to do, but I think Grizz said it best. There were too many characters.
Yeah.
And he was one too many.
He's equivalent to a droid.
Yeah, kind of. And I know he had a consequential scene that I referred to that was part of kind of a Star Wars reference, which is where he took the last shot to like seal the deal.
That captain could have taken it, and I would have felt
been the captain.
even better about it.
Yeah.
What's on the pepperoni pizza deluxe? What makes it deluxe?
I thought it was thicker pepperoni.
Ooh, yeah, the thick.
And I thought we said it was the medallions and the cubes of pepperoni, the
But it
double
also
dose.
includes extra veggies, right? Probably green pep, onion.
Oh, I thought it was just pepperoni pizza. Did you say pepperoni supreme?
Pepperoni pizza deluxe.
Oh, deluxe. Oh,
maybe banana pepper.
no, I feel like you're like deluxe has olives, green peppers, and onions.
Oh,
Yeah.
green peppers and onions. Yeah.
There was a lot of hand holding in this movie. Wasn't a fan of that.
Give an example. I agree.
Lawrence Fishburne and Jada Pinkett, they hold hands a lot.
Oh, wait. I thought you meant figuratively. Oh, you meant literally.
Literally hand holding.
Trinity and Neo at the end.
What's the dude from the ship comes back to his girl at the end. They're always holding hands.
Sorry,
There's
you don't
just a
have to
lot
list all that.
Lenity and Neon.
And Neon. Neil.
Lenity and Neon.
They hold hands a lot.
Yeah, there's some hand holding. Yeah.
That was just kind of annoying. Here's just one other line of bad dialogue. Jada Pinkett and Lawrence Fishburne. You did it. No, we did
I know. I could see that coming a mile away. Yeah, it was terrible. And think about the context. Think about the situation of what had just happened. They just made it into the dock and blew their EMP. They have no idea what the fuck's happening in this hellscape of fire around them, and they're just sitting there sideways going, "We did it.
Did it.
It's like they'd be scrambling. They'd be scrambling. But I don't take any points out. I take 1 point, 0.5 points off for that.
This is going to be a mozzarella and basil. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much did it bother you when Neo referred to Trinity as Trin?
Cringe.
I'm at a 9.
Bothered me a lot. 9, at least a 9.
9.5.
Don't
Actually,
do that.
I thought I heard it was shortened maybe, but I had to rewind, the 10-second limit just to make sure he actually did say Trin.
Hey,
He
Morph.
said it a couple times.
Hey, Morph, I'm going to see.
Morph,
I'm going to see the Ori.
All right.
You coming to fight Smitty with me?
Barbecue pulled pork.
We're going to Mary's club. Mary.
Speaking of pulled pork, I thought it was funny the line, manually pump the igniter.
Yeah, that was
Slower.
Do it slowly.
Ben's with me.
Pump it slower.
Ben's tracking. First of all, on an advanced technological ship like that wasn't much of a sentence.
Well, I think it makes sense.
But you understand, you're going to have a manual pump on that igniter.
Here's the only reason.
You're just going to pump that thing for a
I
while.
think it's Star Wars.
The whole
Star Wars
ship.
felt the same way on that.
Only reason I'm going to push
Pump
back
it
on
up.
that is because when they use that is whenever a ship has been struck by lightning or otherwise disabled electronically. And I think a primer is how you generate a charge without when all your electric, because that's kind of a big plot point here is the EMP. The EMP is the ever present, so everything here, all the machines and everything banks on having power. And so I think like they have these weapons that remove power. So you sort of have to have this primer pump to. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. It wouldn't make it makes less sense in Star Wars because it's a distant galaxy. But this is our world.
Was it running on gas?
No, I think that's to create a static a charge to like charge up the ship's electrical system.
Oh, were you like just saying that?
Yeah.
Okay, I was.
Yeah.
I was reviewing my notes.
It's not like
I was listening.
It's not like you were.
I was listening.
No, I trust
I
what
was
you
fully
said was correct,
invested
though.
because it wasn't like the primer thing on your lawnmower where you buck up and the gas comes through. It's more like I don't have a real life example.
Like a shake weight.
No.
Remember the shake weight flashlights?
Yeah.
It's more like it's a wind up flashlight.
Yeah.
You know when you wind up a flashlight and it turns on?
Yeah,
we do have a
yeah.
real life example.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
See, we got one.
When you shake weight.
Eat shit, Nick.
No, Nick, I got a better example.
No, I'm not. No, I'm just saying. I trust Brian.
I'm not attacking you at all. Here's a perfect example.
trust you.
I think you're going to latch onto this. Remember in Jurassic Park when she has to go to the maintenance shed and turn the circuit breakers back
was gonna
on,
say Jurassic
but she had to generate a charge that would be enough to snap the circuit breakers back on, and she had to do that zhink, zhink,
Yeah.
zhink, and then she did like zhink the fourth one. I think that's the same idea.
You know what? I have no problem with this pumping the
See? All right.
thing
What
anymore.
is it called again? Pumping the
Pump the brakes.
It's on a previous page.
checking.
Oh, while he's looking, Jurassic World
Pump the
Rebirth
igniter.
coming out July 2nd.
Pump the igniter.
Because it does stand out strangely because they do it twice in the movie, and you're like, why are they
pumping
this old
so much?
piece of technology?
A lot of pumping.
That's the only reason I put thought into it was because I had the same question.
I'm glad we did this pulled pork.
Same.
Okay. Chicken Kiev? What is it?
I
Wow,
have no
Kiev.
idea.
I'm sorry, what?
Russian?
All right, hey, I got one for this one. I got one for this one. I got something for that Hot Pocket if it's
Do
a
you?
Russian theme.
Please.
I was going to go with a beef stroganoff, but I'll pull it off of this.
Beef
So did anybody notice any watches in this movie?
Oh yeah, the train man had a whole bunch on his wrist.
Yeah. Speaking of Russian, they were all Russian watches or knockoff watches. Same with the other guy with his wife and child. He also had a little Russian watch.
He checked his watch too. Yeah. I
So they
noticed.
were all like Vostok Amphibian, Vostok Komardursky, Pojev, Briketa, Slava. They were all like Russian brands, which most of Russian brands were just knockoffs of other brands or mimics of cameras. They used to have a lot of old cameras they would make out of Leicas. They would make fake Leicas. So, but yeah, it was kind of interesting. I don't know if there's like symbolism there. I'm sure somebody will maybe comment below and talk about that, but I thought that was a wild display of watches. Just a bunch of off-brand shitty Russian watches on this guy's wrist. Yeah.
Interesting.
I love that scene where he showed all the watches. Cool.
This one sounds good. Salami and cheese.
Delicious.
Ooh, cured meat.
Like a
Hot
Provo?
Pocket.
What a Provo?
Sounds good.
This one, so Austin Powers. You guys like Austin Powers?
Oh God, it's in my top 100.
Yeah, well, doesn't this seem like a real deep connection here? Big underground drills, baby. Yeah.
Yes. So
yeah,
Austin Powers.
baby.
It's so Austin Powers.
Big underground drills. Okay.
Sharks with friggin' laser beams on their heads.
Cheddar and jalapeno. I thought Neo talking to that robot face at the end was pretty cool, actually.
Babyface?
You know who just knocked it off? The Power Rangers movie with Bryan Cranston.
Oh, they
I did
did.
it.
Oh, does Zordon?
Yeah, they used
Zordon,
like a crystallization.
It's almost the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Zordon kind of does that though.
You know the name of that, right? The name of that character?
Zordon?
Yeah, no,
in the Matrix.
Let me think.
I said it in my marquee mess.
Yeah,
No
you
idea.
did.
It's part of the lore. I don't
on the
understand.
tip of my tongue. It's
Deus Ex Machina is the name of that
Well, that
character,
makes sense.
which is why I called him Deus Ex Babyface Machina.
Babyface.
Oh, I just
I
laughed.
love
I
that.
laughed.
Yeah,
'Cause he
yeah.
had a baby face.
But it was much smarter than I ever knew.
No, it was too smart. Yeah, I thought that was a cool interchange, but I also did not. I loved how it was all like nanobots, but I also did not like how it showed emotion. It got riled up.
Yeah.
That felt so anti what the machines would do. The machines feel so unemotional. Although yet in this movie they introduced
They talked
the
about
machines
love and
being able
machines.
to experience
I think that
emotions.
was,
So maybe that was why.
that connection was why that was there. I
Okay,
think
so
there
maybe
was
that's maybe that was good that
Yeah.
they did that.
because the machines were at a point
I'm
where they
sold.
were frustrated. They were feeling something, and yeah.
I loved its voice though, dude. I was listening to it on my system, and when its voice came, like they did some good sound design on that voice.
Yeah.
You can tell they put it through. I don't know what filters they put that voice through, but it was really good.
After this, we should listen to it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I'd
we
like
should.
to. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So I'd like to finish on a spicy chicken quesadilla.
Mm-hmm.
So help me clarify, guys. The Oracle sort of orchestrated this whole thing
Okay, we're getting into the Oracle. All right.
behind the architect's back, sort of.
Behind Smith's back.
I have questions about the Oracle. That's the most questions I have of any character in this movie. Is the
I didn't
Oracle.
quite connect it like I thought I should have at the end, but it also wasn't like, holy shit, this is really wrong. But I don't know. Was there any clarification there? The Oracle sort of, like I said, orchestrated this whole sequence of events, correct?
Like somewhere
all
along
on
the
a
way.
gamble because she felt that love and passion and some type of connection, human connection or assimilation of human connection or love would prevail over evil. I think she was that. And I think the architect was, we have a system, it does this, it's going to do this every time. And the architect essentially lost in that moment because,
Well,
Neo-
my question though is why did she change? Because for the first 7 iterations, she existed for red pillars, for lack of a better term,
And she ate the
people that wanted to
candies,
wake
too.
up. There's a callback to that, but she existed in order for those people to wake up to create the fake resistance that allowed the Matrix to continue, right? And so, what changed? What they never explained enough for me. Maybe they did, and I didn't get it. But what changed for her to change her mind and make the decision to go against the machines? And now they had this new arrangement. I just don't. I don't understand what her motivation to change was on this go around.
I think it's
Right.
just because
And
you
then
got bored. You play a game
Boredom.
that many times over and over and over again, you get the same outcome. Why not?
But she's a program,
She's
right?
the program. So when did she?
Wait.
How did she go outside of her programmatic constraints?
But they talked about how
Right.
programs can evolve; they can become greater. Agent
Yeah,
Smith,
they did,
you
yeah.
have the
true.
Seiji, the girl that also
Sati,
Sati becomes a program strictly out of. There's no purpose for her.
Look at
Other-
Grizz.
yeah.
Just
I think that's
Matrix
just
apologist. He's getting it.
That's a
Dang,
great point.
Grizz understood
Well, that's why I
this
said
movie.
Yeah, he does.
That's why I said I had questions because I mean they have answers. I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
So that's a great
I
point.
don't know. I got a lot more out of this than I thought. So I don't know, guys.
Well, Grizz, why don't you start us off with your closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts. I'm going to go ahead and raise my score.
Oh,
What?
hell yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The more I think
Wow.
about it, the more
He's in
deep
the
this, the more deep this movie gets, the more symbolic it gets. I think it's interesting as a part of a trilogy, especially watching it back to back to back, especially with 2 to 3. I'm going to raise it 5 points, so 68
Nice.
out of 100.
Okay.
I think the action's great. Obviously, I think it's a lot of fun. Though the dialogue's lacking here and there, I think as a whole, it has a lot of symbolism. It has a lot of meaning. I think as a trilogy, I think it's really like brilliant. I don't know. They really thought about a lot of it. So
Nice.
give them credit.
All right. I'm going to raise my score 1 point.
Nice.
Wow.
Grizz sold me.
Got him.
4 less than Reagan.
4 less than Reagan.
Sweet.
I don't know, guys. This movie is slightly deeper than I thought, I can say. And I kind of wish I should have done a little more prep work. I spent all my time working on the Ambrosia list, guys. It's like literally all I do. It's all I think about. So I wasn't able to watch the first 2 films.
Well, you're writing most of those episodes. So
Well, that's true. I am the head writer on the show. But
Yeah.
I just, I feel like this movie was probably, I guess maybe I should say it this way, a little more faithful to the spirit of the trilogy and the whole idea than I maybe gave it credit for in some respects. Although I just don't think it's a very good movie at the end of the day. I don't think it's a super entertaining movie at the end of the day. I think there's some entertaining things that happen. I think there's a really entertaining sequence. But I think it starts weak, it ends weak, and it's got some decent stuff in the middle. So, okay movie. If you love The Matrix, you'll probably get something out of it.
Yeah, it's more of 2, just a little bit less stylized and a little bit more dour. And I will say that the biggest thing this movie has going for it, and what I'm so happy about, is that they were clever enough to present the fact that when they wake up from the Matrix, that they are still in a simulation, that they are still in a Matrix, without ever hitting us over the head with it.
Mm-hmm.
If a character in this movie at some point near the end, would have alluded to or said something about, wait, what if we're still in a simulation? Would have ruined the whole thing. The whole thing would have crumbled down. But the fact that they left it so subtle to where I think a lot of people don't even believe that they're still in a simulation, and a lot of people want to believe Neo is sort of some kind of supernatural being. Yeah. I credit the filmmakers for that, and I love the discongruity there in the conversation starter that is. So kudos for that.
Time.
All right, we're doing another movie for episode 61.
Let's go.
We are
61. Yeah,
it's Grizz's turn.
Grizz's
on me. Let's keep going. Let's
he's
keep
gonna
it
hit
going.
us with it. What's it gonna be?
This is gonna be for Brian. He has a choice.
Oh man, what?
We have a blue pill or a red pill. Okay, this is your chance. Imagine I have a blue pill in my left hand.
Blue pills in
and
your
a
left hand, red pills in your right hand. Okay,
just like the film.
Okay.
Okay.
And I can see the blue pill reflection, the red pill reflection
absolutely.
in your glasses, right?
You're
now.
going to Photoshop that, make sure it's all in there, CGI.
Yeah. Ben,
thank you.
No, we'll do it in post.
You're going to pick one. I have two movies picked out.
Okay. Are you going to tell me which is which?
I will never tell you what the other pill is from.
Oh my God. Okay. Wait.
Well, this is getting very complicated.
How was that?
There are two movies in my mind that I'm going to pick.
Go ahead.
One is very red and one is very blue.
Okay.
So you're going to pick blue.
So I have to pick the pill and you say which movie it was.
Or red pill. This will select the movie that we're going to.
And you know me, and you know that I'm red pill all the way. And so I got to go red pill.
You got to go red pill?
Yeah, got to go red pill
all
all the time.
We're going to go with the 1997 classic.
Con Air?
Cult classic. No, sorry, that was 98, I think. Starring Sam Neill and
Event Horizon?
Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh my God, we're doing Event Horizon.
Horizon.
Oh, yes.
Wow, nice.
All right.
Next week.
Finally.
Next episode. A good one. This will be a good one.
Should be good. Event Horizon.
Back to horror.
Yeah. We're back to horror.
But more
like
sci-fi, more dirty future.
I'd say it's an even split for me.
I think it's
pretty
dirty future.
It's horrific. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a horror
I
movie
watched
for
this
sure.
at too young of an age.
It's a horror sci-fi.
We do well in the horror genre, I think.
Yeah.
So
Did you watch this when it came out?
I was very, very young.
I'm way older than you.
I was 10.
And I was 15 when it came out, and it was almost too much for me. So
it was a lot.
I don't know how you handled it.
I watched a lot of movies way too early.
We'll talk about it in episode 61.
All right.
Can't wait.
Horizon. We're on social media. Someone talk about it.
criticalmasspodcast.com. Everything you need to know.
And it's 94% of the time it's updated every time.
Exactly.
That's right. All right. Thank you so much for listening, dear listener. We love you. We're doing another episode, and we're doing it just for you. We'll see you next time.
Later.
See ya.